Alrighty guys, so in the last video I showed you what gear I like running on my Blizz Sorc to get decent damage, good resistance in hell, and I now get questions from people saying, well, how do you get to this state? Because this is pretty much max gear, and people are wondering, well, I don't have that gear and I need to know where to farm. So we're going to go through the easiest to more challenging places to farm on the Blizz Sorc and why you do each of them. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Endurance of Hate level 2. We're going to jump in here. If you don't know about Endurance of Hate level 2, what you're supposed to do, and it works out most times, is you look at the exit block for the waypoint and follow the left wall. Now as you can see, I did just that. Followed the left wall and it was, well, right over here. Right over here. So what you should do is when you come to Endurance here, sometimes just check this wall, check this wall. You could get lucky. Otherwise, most times follow that left wall. You find the exit pretty quick and away you go. So what I do is teleport over this wall here. If you don't have good gear, if you don't have the fire resistance and lightning resistance and whatnot, what you're going to want to do is bypass these first council members. So you're going to teleport over, and just get right to here. Okay, now you've aggroed Mephisto. Bring your merc with you. You don't want your merc getting killed. You're going to jump over here, teleport, get right to this line here and start casting Blizzard. Now, if you're doing the Moat trick, you don't want your merc because as you can see, he's getting attacked. My merc kind of a tank, so he doesn't really care. And there you go. Mephisto's dead. Now, you might be wondering, okay, where do you stand so you don't get attacked? Well, right here, this gold little nugget on the ground here, there's a little crack on the ground. If you stand right behind that line, Mephisto won't hit you, but he'll stand here running back and forth, trying to get you. He never will. Okay, after you've done that, might as well check this. Sacred Feathers, you never know. You can kill this guy if you'd like to. If you're not strong enough to stand in his fire, maybe don't. I always recommend going back here, checking the chest. Okay, you got a small charm, you never know. You never know. Over here as well. Pop that. I would, most times if I was just doing the Moat trick, I would just back through this portal here and get out of there. If you feel like you want to challenge, try going for this guy right here. These guys are pretty strong. They can drop really high items too. Actually, they can drop better items than Mephisto can. So take them out if you can, but if they have Conviction Ore or something scary like that, bypass them. Go right on to Mephisto. Now, I did leave this guy over here just because there's cold immunes. Not really worth my time. Just get out of there. Now you're in Act 4. Okay, so Mephisto, pretty easy as you saw. Now, I do quite a bit of damage, but if you do that Moat trick, even with 2,000 damage on your Blizzard, you'll be just fine. It'll take longer, but you'll be just fine. The next thing you want to do, the next place you want to go, catacombs. Catacombs is your second best place to go. It's relatively easy. For catacombs here, you look at the exit block. It's going this way, so you follow it to the right. Mephisto was left, this is right. And more often than not, it is the correct way. The map could circle back on itself, but as you can see right there, from the waypoint, go to the right. There you go. Now, this level here, who knows? Who knows? Pick a direction, go. Can't figure it out, go around the wall, and eventually you will find the exit. I got lucky. There you go. What I like to do, if you're really, really weak, put a portal here. But you normally can get away with teleporting over this wall, dropping a portal. It's a safety TP. If you want to kill these shaman and whatever, it's a good idea too. Now, I know that I can just run in there with my merc and I can blow up Endariel without taking damage, but I'm going to try to show you the strat in order to safely take care of Endariel. So what you do, teleport in the center here, clear out any zombies or anything like that. Don't touch the red carpet here. If you touch that red carpet, Endariel's going to run at you. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is keep your merc back. Throw blizzards as far as you can on that screen, okay? I have aggroed Endariel, so she's coming towards me. But there she is right there. Hitting her with blizzards. Now what you want to do, get her out into this front section here. Remember, You guys are going to be pretty weak. So what you're going to do, throw a blizzard and teleport over here. She's going to walk into it, throw another one, teleport behind her. Throw another one, teleport behind her. I killed her a little bit quickly, but you get the idea. Okay, she didn't drop anything. No big deal. Go back to town, you know, resupply on your potions and whatnot that you need to. Boom, boom. And away you go. So the next place I'd like to talk about is, of course, Pendleskins. You're a Blizz Sorc. Very easy. Very easy. You've got your Merc, you've got your Glacial Spike. You walk in here, teleport 2 to 3 times, get in that front door, cast Blizzard, cast Glacial, he's dead. If he has cold immune, you know, if your Merc can take him out, good. If he cannot, get out of there. You know, it's up to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon indeed. Okay, Pendleskins, simple. Next place we're gonna go, Lost City. We're gonna find the Ancient Tunnels. Now, Ancient Tunnels is good because it is a TC 87 area, means level 85, but the champions are 87, so it can drop any item in the game, which is kind of convenient. We're gonna be, if you want to full clear this, you absolutely can. Some people only go after the champion packs because, you know, they're the ones that can drop you those really high rarity items. But if you full clear it, there is a chance of getting some good stuff, so you might as well. I'm just gonna go through here, kind of quick clear it, not really worry too much about getting every enemy, but champion packs you want to be hitting. On ladder myself this time, I found a Jaw Rune and a Death's Web, which are 2 fairly rare items. A couple of Shakos and Tao's armors and whatnot, but I may have farmed them a few more times than I'd like to admit. As you can see, there was a Berserker axe on the ground there, which is a tier 3 item. Okay, we're not getting any items yet, but you know, that's, get this chest here, bit of gold, unlucky, and carry on. I got pretty lucky with that one where the waypoint was right by the trapdoor to the Ancient Tunnels there in the Lost City, so that was really good. We did Andariel already, we've done the Lost City, we've done Durance, now we're gonna go to Provincial. Now, okay, Trav's kind of tough. If your Merc doesn't have good resistance, and if you don't have good resistance, Trav can be tough, especially because you're guaranteed to have one of them that's cold immune every single time. A second one can spawn cold immune, which is rather unfortunate. And if they have Conviction Aura on the cold immune, you're going to be in for a rough time. One thing I can suggest, and you saw it here, is when I first got here, I teleported right to here, and then I started casting Blizzard, but I stood still. That was so that everyone inside there and out here would aggro to me. They would throw their Hydras on me, and then I teleported over here, so the Hydras are all over here in this corner, and they won't spawn more if the Hydras are still up. And then you teleport to another location. You might want to go inside, whatever. Just make sure you're staying safe because those Hydras do fat damage, so you gotta be careful there. Now, of course, you can go to Chaos if you'd like to. It's not too terribly tough, but you gotta watch out for the Oblivion Knights, and they are cold immune. These grotesques are cold immune, so I'm not gonna worry about them. I did showcase this in my last video, but just to make sure you guys know that this build can in fact clear out Chaos. Just hit the seal. Now I am using Glacial Spike for the AoE CC, just so I can stand here and not really worry about it too much. If you want, your Merc can go over here and take care of these guys. Now these are champ packs, obviously. Take them out. Obviously you want to take those guys out. You can see a Volge on the ground there. Antlers, you know, a few items I might wish to check. Now here you can see that I popped the seal, but I'm nowhere close to him because Lord Deceased and his minions have a nasty habit of just, you know, killing you instantly, which I don't really care for. Ooh. Stone skin. Come on. Extra fast stone skin. Let my merc take care of you. I'm gonna talc him so I stun lock him in there so my merc can just deal fat damage. There we go. Getting a little dicey because I'm trying to quick clear and not full clear. Another cold immune. I feel as if I may be super poisoned, that's why my health is going down significantly. Once again, seal pop. You can see I'm opening up my inventory. I'll explain that in just a second after I kill Diablo. But it allows you to teleport further, is the gist of it. Okay, so there's seal pop, nothing on the ground, unlucky. Couple of blizzards, couple of statics. And of course, Diablo's dead. I did want to go over here and check these antlers out. Unlucky. So you see this Colossus Volge on the ground. It's a tier 3 item. It's what a lot of people are looking for to make their insights or maybe even their infinity, what have you. Now, I mentioned when I was in there that I was actually opening up my inventory to teleport. When I was teleporting left, I opened up this panel. Teleporting right, opened up my inventory. There's a reason for that, and I'll show you. If you look where my mouse is, roughly in the center of the screen here, if I open up my inventory, watch what happens. It's over there now. So what it does is it takes the center of your screen and shifts it over. So now instead of being at the halfway point, I'm at the 1/4 point. But the game still understands that behind this panel here, it's still game. So it allows you to teleport further than you normally would. And all you have to do is hold down teleport and then move your cursor over the screen here, and you will teleport further because of this. And that is how I get from the front door back to that seal within 6 seconds to get that seal pop. Perfect. Grab a few potions before heading into Worldstone Keep level 2 and 3. Now, Worldstone Keep level 2 and 3 can be tough because the enemies are, of course, RNG, and they've got a couple of nasty surprises for you. So we'll take a look and see what we get. Okay, so teleport into Worldstone Keep, activate the buff. Oh, good. So those cold immune exploders like that, those are not good. They're cold immune, but they also just don't drop any items. That's not really what you want to see. Ideally, you want to see, you know, the skeletons are fine. These guys are good. But more, I would prefer to see birds and whatnot. So, you know, sometimes you get bad mobs on level 2 there. Go to level 3. And just hope for the best down here. Okay, we got those Smurf dudes, not so cool. But the fire chuckers, they're good. Doom Knights are alright. As long as your merc targets them properly, should be good. The reason I don't like these blue guys here is because they are the fewest mobs that you can get per spawn. So that one there was a champ pack, that's why there was a few more than just one. Okay, we got him. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll check the mobs and I'll go, you know what, not worth my time, and just bypass right over them. Unless you see a champ pack all on its own, and that's what I'm actually going to do here. Every Magic Find run when you're doing Worldstone 2 or 3 is kind of like a toss-up. You don't know what to expect, so you kind of got to play it by ear. If you have a little trouble with souls or you're using Oculus and you don't like getting teleported all the time, then definitely just bypass the souls as best you can. If you're at the 105 FCR breakpoint for a Blizzard Sorc, you can pretty much teleport faster than they can hit you, so you should be good to go there. But, you know, you're never gonna know. You gotta be careful in the throne room here. This is a good place to Magic Find, don't get me wrong, but you gotta be careful because there could be dolls. And these guys here, they like to resurrect the dolls. You can imagine how fun that is when you finally kill some of the dolls and then they all come back. Snakes aren't too bad as long as you don't get stun locked. If you want to go for that faster hit recovery breakpoint, that's sometimes a good idea. I don't trust that guy, so I did Use a rejuve. Alright, this guy here. Stone skin. There we go. I usually put a safety TP there. That guy does have conviction, but nothing does elemental. Well, there you go. Fire, guys. Never mind. Elemental. It's unlucky that we have a cold immune down here, but the Merc does fat damage. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. There you go. Bale's laughing. Now, the reason I don't really like doing Worldstone 2, 3, and Throne, it does have good drop chance on items, but when Bale's laughing, you're wasting quite a bit of time. As you can see, Wave 2 kind of sucks because if you're a Sorceress that doesn't dual spec, they're going to be immune to cold. Killing these guys, not too bad. And then just Merc the rest. I use Glacial Spike on that guy because it will kill, even if it hits these guys here, the cold immunes, it'll still do the area of effect damage to hit the rest of them. So it's not terrible. Merc basically 2-taps them when they're at half health. Not too bad. There's more than enough potions on the ground that you can just drink them. You don't have to worry about going back to town or anything. Sometimes what I'll do is on wave 2, see how the Hydras are spawned? Well, not really anything I can do except wait anyway, so I might as well go to town. Talk to Mala. Get healed up. No more poison. The Hydras stay active even when you're not in the area, so they'll disappear basically right as you're coming back in. That's a nice little trick there that you can just... You're not wasting any time and you get a full heal. Pretty nice. This last wave can be kind of a pain if they're cold immune and extra fast. We got pretty lucky there. He is not. One thing I recommend though, if he is cold immune, what you do is you teleport back. Past this line here is fine. And two things. One, you can either just wait here for Bale to start laughing. As long as Lister is past that pillar there, Bale will start laughing and he'll continue through the portal. Otherwise, if you come out here, you're no longer decrept. It'll eventually wear off and he won't cast because you're too far away. So, you can always do that. You know, just teleport away, because if your Merc is decrept, he's not going to attack fast enough. And you really want your Merc to be attacking. Especially when Lister cold immune. There you go. Not surprised I didn't get anything. That is the nature of the game. But there you go. So for a Blizzard Sorc, it's pretty easy to do. Endariel, Ancient Tunnels, Meph. Trav can be dicey. You'll be able to tell right away if you can do it easily or not. Chaos I obviously love. Worldstone 2, 3, don't forget Pindle. Very easy way to magic find as a Blizzard Sorc to get the gear that you need in order to clear hell effectively. Now, if you find that you're in hell and you don't have, 105 FCR, if you don't have 63 FCR, okay, if you don't get that breakpoint, there's basically no point in going into hell because you're not going to be able to do anything. It's going to be too tough. You're going to get one shot all the time. 63 is the bare minimum to go to hell, and 105 on a Blizzard Sorc is, in my opinion, crucial, because the only thing that's going to get you is the rare extra fast fanaticism or fanaticism might, that type of combo with 2 different champ packs. You're not really going to die. You can usually just teleport over everything and you'll be safe. But you don't have gear to survive in hell and you're just dying constantly and you're having a rough time. Go to Nightmare. Go to Nightmare and clear, Chaos and Bale on Nightmare. And you'll find some decent items. Like if your Merc has nothing, you might be able to get him like a Duriel shell or, a Towel's mask or something like that. Just to get him some gear in order to be able to start killing things. And then just slowly branch out from there. It's not ideal because obviously Nightmare, you can't get some of those juicy items that you can only get in hell. But it does have one perk, and a lot of people don't really think about this. In Nightmare, since the drop table is actually less, there are fewer items that Nightmare can drop. It means the odds of you getting that item that you're looking for, like that Oculus or you know, that Duriel shell or something, it makes it actually more common because there's less items that the RNG has to roll for when you're running. So it's kind of better to actually go back to Hell when you're just starting out and try to get those first items, and then, or sorry, Nightmare, go back to Nightmare when you're just starting out, and then get a few items and then push into Hell and see what you can do from there. The Moat trick, again, is very simple. You know, you get down there and you just stand back and cast Blizzard. Hopefully you don't accidentally aggro the council members from the center, and you don't accidentally aggro the Dark Lords, and you're good to go. You'll kill Mephisto with ease and teleport through the portal and get out of there. Reset. When you go through the red portal, you end up in Act 4, so you can quit, join again. You're right by the waypoint. You can click, and away you go. So it's really simple. Now, some people are going to say, okay, well, if you're a Blizz Sorc, you might want to go to the Mausoleum. Yeah, Mausoleum's not bad. It's, you know, TC85 area. Pretty easy to get to. The only issue is, compared to the Lost City, the Ancient Tunnels, the Mausoleum does not have the mob density that you're going to see in the Lost City. Lost City is a lot more packed, and it's relatively small too, so you're going to find more enemies, so you're not going to be teleporting around wasting time. You're going to be just killing things, rolling that RNG, and hoping for the best. So yes, you can go to the Mausoleum, but it's probably not worth your time. The same thing, Maggot Layer and the Faraways at Maggot Layer level 3, for example. That is also a TC 85 area. But I wouldn't recommend going there because it's a lot of teleporting around for nothing. Okay. Now you might be noticing that I'm leaving the pit off my list here. Because as a Blizzard Sorceress, you don't want to be going into a place that has cold immunes, like guaranteed, and the pit will. The pit has cold immunes. There's always going to be one mob type down there that's cold immune. And you might say, okay, well, you told me to go to Trav. Yeah, Trav has one of the council members that's cold immune. If he's a real problem, just don't kill him, kill the rest, and get out. Okay, Worldstone Keep, that's a different story. It's RNG depending. So it might have cold immunes, might not have cold immunes. It's up for grabs, you know? If you have a rough spawn in Worldstone Keep, just quit and restart. There's no point dying in Magic Find runs because you can't Magic Find when you're dead. So you might as well just, you know, take the second, quit out, join a new game, and start again and hope for the best. So, quick little overview on the whole Magic Find run. Mephisto is probably where you're going to go when you just get into Hell in order to gear up. Moat trick, easy. Endariel, relatively safe as long as you know what you're doing. You can get unlucky with the little dogs that are running around there shooting lightning at you. You can get unlucky if they have extra fast or conviction aura, but you know, most times you'll be perfectly fine just to handle it. Ancient Tunnels, definitely farm Ancient Tunnels. DC85 area, nothing's cold immune unless it specifically gets that cold enchanted mod on the champion pack. If so, hopefully your Merc can take care of them. If your Merc cannot take care of them, bypass them, carry on. Simple. Trav is a little tough, but if you have the fire res, you can take care of it. Chaos, again, you need your Merc. If you can't kill him, don't do it. Because you have to kill Lord Deceased, and he's going to be cold immune every single time. Okay, you don't have to worry about the champ packs. If the champ packs in there are cold immune, you can bypass them, but Lord Deceased every time is cold immune. If your Merc cannot kill him, bypass. Worldstone Keep, it's RNG. They might be cold immune, they might not. You might get Conviction Souls, you might get one shot. You know, it's a risk. It's a high risk, high reward type scenario though, because Worldstone Keep, everything down there can drop you some good stuff, okay? So you want to farm that. Even if you don't do Throne, even if Wave 2 is a little too tough for you, and you only want to farm Worldstone Keep level 2 and 3, do it. You don't have to do Bale if you're farming Worldstone Keep, okay? So just go for it. And of course, don't forget Pindleskins. He's a 2-second kill. You might as well. You're probably not going to get anything, but when you do, feels good. Alright? So if you got any questions, be sure to ask in the comments or head over to my Twitch page. I stream 6 days a week from 9 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. You know, feel free to ask questions. Join the Discord. I'll throw that link in the description as well. Ask questions there. There's tons of people that know about this game. We're always happy to help. So, good luck. Happy hunting. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Those guys aren't great because they're immune to cold, but you know, your merc can take care of them relatively easily. Unless he just stands there. And, of course, I get lagged out. So that's a thing. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Game does not exist either. Ha! I got temp banned actually. I got temp banned trying to make the video. Well, I guess this is a pretty good place for me to cut. We're gonna have to cut this out because I've already done this.